a little bit late. 6:05 in the house, Pacific Standard Time. What is going on, mother people? We're gonna wait for the chat to kind of populate. I gotta open up my comments. Man, I have to say, today, like most days, has been really, really crazy. Literally, I've been on back to back to back to back to non-stop closing calls, man. It is freaking crazy. I don't know what it was about today, but it was literally non-stop. And man, can't complain, man. I mean, today is like a moneymaker day for me. But you know, doing between serving my first client and then serving my second client, because I've been trying to kind of scale the offer up, man. It's just been a lot of work on the back end, and I'm learning a lot, man. I'm learning a lot about like what consulting is like, building out teams and all that. I think that's one of the best ways for leadership, is really to build out teams and just learn from that. So I've been doing that. Been actually started my new YouTube channel too, so I'm going to actually link it in the description below. But creating a new YouTube just for investing as well. Do I even have a oh man, I wonder if I even have a link for the whole kick-ass investing type of thing. But I actually promoted it on my other account. Hold on, let me pull this up really quick. Go to my channel and kind of show you the insides of all this. If you don't know, I'm actually taking Scott Alsford's training, so never mind that. But hold on, let me go back to my main screen, move this down. Here we go. Yeah, check this out, man. My boy Peter actually came up with the, if you notice like some new stuff, like design wise, it's not me, it's my boy Peter, and he actually created this banner for me. So I'll leave this over here, so you guys can kind of subscribe if you're interested in investing. If not, that's totally cool, but I'll just leave it in the comments below. And yeah, I would love to kind of hear who's in here. Leave a comment below, tell me what your week has been all about. I need to change that link to make it more friendly. It's like all over the place right now. But honestly, I was kind of hesitant towards starting something like a new YouTube channel for a while, just because it just kind of feels like I'm starting all over again. But I feel like a lot of the people who follow me on here follow me for different reasons. It's really my personal journey, this channel. And really, I'm going to create other YouTube channels just for more my businesses, right? So for like things like Kick-Ass Investing, Refugee Hustle is more of my personal brand. And it's like my life motto, man. I was really writing out the vision for it, and I really liked it a lot. So I'll share that with you guys when I'm ready. But yeah, man, like you can tell how hectic my life is, because I literally have receipts to scan, like back there, if you can't see, right here. I gotta scan all those. My room's a mess. I have a dress shirt over in the corner where that Amazon box is. Got a bunch of stickies on the ground. I think that's a highlighter right over there. Got my notebooks and all that on my bed. So not super organized, but you know, sometimes it just feels like a tornado hit. Like it's crazy, man. Like so crazy. I've been really, one thing I've been implementing a lot. I'm not sure if you follow this guy, but let me kind of show you some cool stuff today. Maybe that's what I'll do, man. Like I'll just show cool stuff on Sundays, cool things I've been doing. 3-day method. I think he has this like 3-day method. Oh yeah, I'm not sure if this is the site. Damn it. Let's close this. Here we go. I read this great article and my friend actually recommended it. So instead of looking at days as like one full day, he actually has a breaks his days down into thirds and whatnot. So day 1, day 2, day 3. So I've been really doing that, and then using my personal calendar as almost like a checklist, and also using a habit tracker. So if you guys follow me on my email list, I actually sent you guys my personal habit tracker at today's moment, I guess. Tracker. Hold on, let me. I think this is mine. Hold on for a second. Let me switch back. Let's go back. And if you ever subscribe my email list, which you can do at refugiehustle.com, I send like personal emails out too, man. Just to help people. Like at the end of the day, I just wanted to kind of update people on cool stuff. And you can literally download it for free here. I might make it a lead magnet to collect your email in the future, but this is kind of my daily tracker and stuff like that I use all the time. Really helpful, and it's a living document. It's not like one and done thing. So those are some things, man. Just thought it'd be cool. Let me kind of unread this really quick. Mark as unread. All right, cool. Let's delete that. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. Hagao says, if you had a chance to go back at age 18, would you go to college again, different major, or just straight in entrepreneurship? Well, here's the thing, man. If you asked me this question in 2019, I'd probably take a year or two off just to kind of see all the opportunities out there. I mean, unless you like really need money or anything like that, take that year to kind of explore, develop your high income skills. As corny as that sounds sometimes, I hate the word high income skill, but there's no other way I can really describe it, right? Learn something cool. Learn something like sales. Learn something like copywriting. I guarantee it will change your life forever in the way that you talk to people. I'm pretty sure you can tell, like, even on these streams, I talk very differently than I used to. And the way I carry myself is at a lot higher level. I made this analogy. I recently did a vlog, driving to Costco. And I was just talking about, it's not out yet, by the way. So if you're looking for it, it's not out. Probably come out, I don't know when. I gotta edit the video. I've just been kind of lazy with it. But I was talking about how the differences between like entrepreneurship and kind of pharmacy school and how similar it actually is. Because like you always feel like you're drowning. That's number one. And the number two thing, there's just so much work. There's always more to be done. There's always more to learn. But over time, you just gain better and better confidence, right? And once you get through that initial hump of that most difficult part, which is school and your exams and all that, then things become second nature almost, right? You learn really, really, really quickly, right? And then it becomes second nature. And I don't think I'm at that second nature with like sales and entrepreneurship quite yet, but I think I'm getting there. And so there's that. But also another cool thing about entrepreneurship is that you have to have a really close circle too. I think like having a close circle, people to kind of relate to you or vent or support you when you're going through really hard times. I think that's one of the most important things for entrepreneurship. So I thought that was a really cool analogy, and that's the only way I can explain it. I just feel like I'm going through pharmacy school sometimes. Mega Dreamer says, I know that you're not in pharmacy anymore, but for a person who struggles with organic chemistry, how would you say go for a different profession? I will tell you this. I mean, like, for some reason, I don't know why people think that pharmacy is so heavily based on chemistry, right? Sure, there is some chemistry involved. There is medicinal chemistry involved, right? But honestly, it's a very minor part. I think, like, really at the end of the day, it's just one small part of, like, a bigger thing. So I say stick it through. Get a tutor. I don't know. I'm not sure if I would recommend a tutor if you're broke or anything like that. But try to kind of model after people who are really successful as well, right? One thing that's been really helping me is just like taking advantage of everything, man. Like making sure I prepare questions for office hours, making sure I'm taking effective notes and recalling the notes. There's a great book called by Cal Newport, and I wouldn't recommend everything like Cal Newport does because it might not be very applicable to pharmacy. Hold on, let me kind of pull it up. Leave an affiliate link too, but this book is really, really good for any like studying or anything like that. Just give me 1 second. How to be a straight student. I think there's two books. There's like two books by Cal Newport that I always recommend. I'll leave them both below. Just give me a second. Here's one. And here is the second one. And I'll show both of these in a second. I'm just pulling up the links. All right. All right, cool. So those are both the links. And they're pretty cheap. But these two books really changed the way I looked at things. Apparently I purchased this back in 2008. That's crazy. When did I purchase this one? Can't even remember. But anyways, How to Become a Straight A Student, the unconventional strategies of real college students used to score high while studying less. Really great book. Also, this one's 2008 when I was failing and shit. So just thought it'd be kind of cool. Check those out. Really great. Oh, sorry. I for some reason didn't show my screen, guys. I'm sorry. Here we go. 2008 and 2008. These two books are really, really great. I really highly recommend them. All right, cool. I think that's it for the books. Who else is in here, guys? I feel like a lot of people are watching like the Patriots game and stuff like that. I know my roommate is over at the fried chicken place down the street watching Patriots game, and I just realized that my earring isn't on either. Holy shit. But yeah. And there's 6 people in here. Hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe and all that. Otherwise, I'm going to just keep on doing my thing and just rambling for the next, I don't know, 20 minutes, I guess, until I get bored or hungry or something, or want to do something. Something I've been actually really struggling this week with, like, just as a random aside, is like I've been actually struggling with like lifting and stuff, you know. Honestly, all this week I really want to be lifting weights and stuff, but I just been so exhausted, man. And oh man, I don't have my Oura ring on too. Fuck, I'm like falling apart today. But I just been so exhausted, and I think the one common trend, which my Oura ring and all these things that I've bought kind of tell me, is like I don't get enough rest. And one thing I've been trying to do is prioritize like rest, recovery, all these important key things for great health. And I've actually been juicing, and I've been taking that juice, like green juice. I've been juicing ginger, juicing greens. I've been juicing one apple just to kind of sweeten it up, and maybe some celery and stuff. And I've actually been blending that mixture with like frozen berries to get some fiber content, so that, you know, just the like sugar content doesn't, like, it gets blunted by some fibrous type of stuff. And honestly, I've been going through a lot more vegetables like really, really quickly. It's amazing, dude. Because I'm not sure if you ever had this moment where you just blend all these vegetables, you drink it halfway, and you're just like full as fuck. You got so much fiber, and it's just like, it's way too much. But like honestly, like when I juice my greens and stuff, I literally bought a $300 juicer. It was really, really, really great. Actually, my friend Nova, she recommended me to start juicing, and I was kind of against juicing just because of the whole insulin spike and stuff like that. But when you like literally pair it with like some fiber or something like that, it's really like, on top of like some fiber, it's a really great tool. I've been using it all the time, and my energy levels has been up quite a bit. Also been doing a lot of jiu-jitsu recently. I feel like jiu-jitsu is like a key cornerstone of my health. When I do jiu-jitsu, I feel amazing. When I don't, I feel really off that day. And I don't know, there's something more fun about jiu-jitsu than everything else. And I will admit this on the stream. I actually went to Muay Thai, walked, like parked my car, looked at the gym. I was like, oh man, I just don't feel like doing it today, and I actually bitched out. So as much as you guys look at me like as like, hey Kevin, you're really successful, like not really successful, I wouldn't say that, but as much as you guys like how I portray myself online, I do have my bitch ass moments. And I actually scheduled in my schedule tomorrow to go to a class and stuff and get warmed up with the whole Muay Thai and stuff like that, man. Because I really got to work on my stand-up, get some cardio in, more cardio, because honestly at this point, jiu-jitsu is not doing it for me. Although it is very intensive cardio sometimes. I need to make sure that, you know, my stand-up movements are pretty good and stuff. You I'm not looking to get like black belt level, like jujitsu. I honestly love jujitsu so much. It's more for a cardio like workout as well. So kind of cool. As well. What else do I want to talk about, man? I think that is pretty much. Any other questions, guys? Kind of slow today, man. I already answered this question, but cool. All right. Final Vision Studio says, "Hey Kevin, is it easier to pursue entrepreneurship without a full-time job and steady cash flow, or is it easier without a job?" It really depends, man. So one thing I've really learned, there's no right or wrong way to do things, right? From a logical point of view, I think it's easier to do it with, like, from a logical point of view, I think most people would argue that it's better with a full-time job, create steady cash flow, and go down the route of entrepreneurship. Now, I will tell you this, if you have a high income job, something like, I don't know about pharmacies these days, but if you're like a consultant or making at least 6 figures, yes, you could start up your own business, but looking back at it, I probably would not start up my own business, to be honest. It takes way too much time to learn the skills of marketing and all that. It's great. Those are great skills. Copywriting, marketing, sales, all that. I mean, like, honestly, it's the reason why I can consult these days with a lot of businesses and just talk about, hey, what needs optimizing in your business, right? It's the reason why I can do that, because I invested all those years kind of learning about that, right? But I would say if you have a high income job, then it's easier. You could just straight out buy a business, hire an operator to run the business, and then go from there. That shortcuts all the learning. Like, you basically leverage somebody else's knowledge to run your business for you. I would highly suggest that you read up on it and all that. But I mean, literally, you can with a lot of capital, you can fund the business. So that's step one, right? You can do that. But I would say from a motivational point of view, right? So we have the logical point of view, which you can go down, right? But there's the emotional point of view or motivation point of view where you have a strong reason why. And one thing I realized between all the programs I've taken and all the people I've kind of talked to about high ticket programs, the people that make it and the people that don't make it, they don't have a strong reason why not to do something. So they put things off, right? So like for example, if you're going into something like high ticket sales, right? And the people I noticed that had that really high income job, they actually ended up not taking it seriously and not going 100%, because any business venture, whether it's whether you're a freelancer, agency, or a company or whatever, right? You need 100% like commitment into something that you're going into. I guarantee you, if I never lost my job in pharmacy, I wouldn't have gone down this route probably ever, because I was so risk averse, right? I didn't have a strong reason why. It was only when I made that commitment to myself where I was like, I'm not going back to pharmacy. That's when I started seeing a lot of results and progress in my life. And now, like, think about it. 2 years ago, I would have never imagined myself to make any remote income at all. Like, never, right? Now I'm living off my remote income. Isn't that crazy, guys? That is a freaking crazy feeling. It's one thing to hear it from someone being like, yeah, I make 100,000 per year off remote income and just working from my laptop and stuff. But it's another thing to actually do it, right? And grass is always greener. It's not all that easy. There's a lot of ups and downs, man. It's not just like working from your laptop and expecting a steady flow of cash, right? If you're going to go start a business, then there's going to be ups and downs. You have to be okay with the fact that, there's going to be up days and there's going to be down days, right? It is your job as an entrepreneur to kind of level that as much as you can. But if you're expecting to do the same amount of work and get the same amount of cash flow, unless you're on retainer or something like that, that's probably not going to happen, right? It's probably not going to happen, to be honest with you, especially if you're in sales, especially if you're in any sort of e-commerce, especially if you're in any sort of sales at all, man. And I'm not even talking phone sales. Like it could be, you could be selling a course or something like that. Your sales are gonna dip, like go up and down. I guarantee you during holidays, people don't want to buy a freaking online course during Christmas time. You know, would you really want to buy a course during Christmas time? Probably not, right? Like people want to spend time with their family, go on vacation and shit, right? Always see a dip when it's holiday time, holiday season, or the summertime when people want to spend time with their kids and stuff. This is B2C, by the way. Okay, so business to like regular consumers, right? B2B is a little different, but and I'm on both offers, but you know, that's one thing I realized, right? Like you need a strong reason, why to do something. So I would say from a motivational point of view, it's probably easier to do entrepreneurship with the job. And by the way, for those 6 people that haven't liked that like button, bro, guys, hit that like button so my videos get shared across the interwebs. All right, cool. So I think that kind of explains my question. And honestly, I'll tell you this, even though it's been a wild roller coaster, it's been kind of really refreshing to kind of go through this journey, man. I can't explain it. It's kind of like rebuilding yourself. Like, sure, like I could have went down the pharmacy route. I could have kept on chugging along. I could have climbed that corporate ladder. But honestly, it wasn't fulfilled. Like that life, it just wasn't fulfilling to me. I think right now I've been more fulfilled than I've ever have before, right? Knowing that, you know, the solutions I offer to people, the products or services that I offer change people's lives. Because here's the thing, right? If I can help somebody start up a business or help somebody start up a business a lot quicker, it might free them from the 9-to-5 chains, bro. Like it might free them from the chains. And if they don't, at the end of the day, chances are they're not going to go into debt. They just keep their life, right? So what? What is like $5,000 to $10,000 throughout the rest of your lifetime? Not that much, right? Obviously, I always warn, caveat emptor, I warn people like, hey, you know, probably you shouldn't, like, unless you really hate your situation, you probably shouldn't go like balls to a wall where you're going to go homeless, right? There's smarter ways to raise capital for businesses, but you know, like, in general, like, you know, at least you have a shot, man, you know? So, AZ has a comment. Let's see. I think AZ has a comment. Hey, where did you meet PSMella? Gonna do more podcasts like that now, bro? Really depends. I mean, I was on a podcast frenzy. I actually shot that back in May. Things are a little different now, like especially my YouTube direction. I mean, honestly, you know what's crazy about YouTube? I haven't really been focusing on money for YouTube at all. I've been posting less and less videos, but my videos have been making more and more money, which is crazy. I don't understand. That's the crazy part about YouTube. I just, you know, I've been focusing a lot more on my businesses, but yeah, I mean, I met PSMella through actually my sales outreach. I mean, like, not to say that I was trying to find a client per se, but I thought her branding was really cool. So one of my friends reached out, and then one of my friends introduced me to PSMella, or Ella, right? Why am I calling her PSMella? But she introduced me, and I caught her at a pretty cool time. I saw that she was friends with like Vanessa Lau or something like that. And so I was just like, hey, let's connect. Really into spirituality. I connected her to a few of my friends. And yeah, like that's how we met. She's a really cool girl. Really, like one of my friends actually edits her videos now. And I'm going to probably be hiring that guy to edit my videos. And yeah, that's how I met PSML. So I would say like Ella is really interesting because she is very spiritual, right? And if you know anything about spirituality, it's kind of woo-woo-ish, right? Like people will talk about, well, you want to live a life of abundance and manifest this and manifest that, you know, all that woo-woo shit, right? But one great thing about Ella, she's really great at taking that woo-woo and making it more concrete, right? Or tangible, or what's the word? I can't think of it. but she makes it like she's really good at kind of translating that into everyday world for people, especially business, because with business you cannot be like unclear about goals and stuff, or set very vague goals. You have to have absolute clarity. And I think that's what Ella's really good at, man. Honestly, like I think when it comes to branding and all that, because she has a marketing background too, which is really interesting. So if you ever pop by her channel, make sure to subscribe to her channel. Why don't I just post it in the links? But if you ever stop by her channel, tell her that I sent you, man. And yeah, man, like she's really cool. So I always like supporting other channels and other people, cool people. She's already up to 430, man. This is crazy. So yeah, I'll leave her channel right here, and let's kind of share her thing. Shit. Holy shit. Here we go. This is her YouTube channel as well. So she's growing. She's doing videos every Saturday. Connect to your infinite potential, manifest your soul aligned high vibe as fuck life in business. So she's a very interesting girl. And where she also has this like really great like name for Facebook, her Facebook group, right? I think it's like Badass Light Tribe or Spiritual Badass Tribe. Oh man, I guess it's gone. Maybe she renamed it or something like that, but oh well. I'll let her know that her link is not updated as well, so I'll message her. So yeah, cool. Guys, anything else? I'm thinking about signing off in like 4 minutes ish. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys got any questions, what's going on in your life. Why don't you tell me what you guys ate for I don't know, lunch or some shit like that. I don't know, man. This is what happens when you run out of things to say, bro. Like, yeah. I think oh yeah, by the way, I bought some new books. I'm actually taking Simon Sinek's Find Your Why. A lot of people talk about like, hold on, let me unshare my screen. A lot of people talk about Start With Why. Simon Sinek has a great book called Find Your Why. And one of my really good friends told me that actually companies like EY and stuff, I'll leave a link in the description too. Holy shit. Find Your Why. This is a great book. Yeah, I've actually been going through this workbook actually. Where is it? Fuck. Here we go. Find Your Why by Simon Sinek. Practical guide for finding your purpose in your team. So really great for business, and I've been just like really diving into it and going through it. I literally printed it out because I have like an ebook version of it. So yeah, man, pretty hype. So AZ says, where have you been, man? Shit. Where have you been, man? Seems like you've been distant on YouTube for some reason. To be honest, I have been kind of distant on YouTube. For a few reasons. Like one, I just kind of got burnt out with YouTube, to be honest with you. It takes a lot of work doing a channel, and a lot of people don't realize it takes a lot of work, like doing the thumbnails and doing the SEO and all that. And I had a channel manager before, but he actually recently kind of took a break or / borderline quit. So it actually severely impacted my output, and I actually went on like a digital marketing retreat trying to think about, hey, what is the purpose of this channel? What do I really want to do? Because I rank for a lot of different things like jiu-jitsu, I rank for high ticket closing, I rank for pharmacy, I rank for a lot of different things, man. And I was just really trying to think about like, what is the purpose of this channel? What am I trying to do? Holy shit, this fan is getting in the way. And I was always kind of like struggling with that, man. And so I made the decision to just kind of, you know what, just upload whenever I want. This will be my personal channel. People can follow me if they like me. If they don't, they don't. Let's go back to like the origins and just make high quality content, maybe focus 2 times a week and really grow out my businesses instead, so that maybe I can fund more of my personal channel. But I don't really need to at the same time, right? It's kind of like how, for example, Just Kidding Films, right? Or JK News, they have their news channel, right? But each one of them have their personal channel too. And so really this is kind of like my personal channel where I just talk about things that are going on in my life right now. I just share stories, share people, talk about things I want to talk about. And it just kind of took away a lot of the stress that I was going through, because I felt like I needed a strong personal brand. Like I look at people like, hey, Jay Dharmaswanga, right? Where she helps, like her channel is really cool because, or like a Gary Vee and stuff like that. I just didn't know my secret sauce, and I'm still trying to figure it out, man. Every single day, I'm just trying to think about what am I like world class at that is catchy, that, you know, that really resonates with people. Yeah, man, I just struggle with it a lot. And then, so I made a decision to just make a personal channel, just cut back on YouTube for now, focus on growing other businesses. And maybe like when I'm ready to go ham on it, not to say I'm not going to post content. I mean, obviously I'm on YouTube right now. Obviously I posted up my interview with Cannon Bree earlier today, you know, like, but, you know, just kind of throw it on the back burner for now, you know. I work today, so nothing for lunch. Yeah, dude, that's the life of I don't know what you do, but if you're in pharmacy, that's the case. If you're in sales like me, that's also the case, man. I just, intermittent fasting is so easy. Do you know where to practice case-based questions for pharmacy school exams? Let me think. You know what? I think the only way to really practice really case-based questions, if you want to pick up like ARC's question bank, maybe that would be a great place. I actually don't really know. Because here's the thing, there's not too many, like, here's the thing about pharmacy school, like a lot of time they'll lecture things, unless a professor breaks down a case study, there's really no way to practice your clinical judgment and stuff like that. There's no like test bank or quiz bank and stuff to just really test your knowledge. I would say the closest thing is just like ARC's prep with the question bank, you know, and that's usually a good start if you want extra practice and stuff. Or like buying something like Pharmacy Charts. I think that is a great resource, man, for pharmacy school if you're learning, like you're trying to cram or learn really, really quickly. It's a very condensed version and you can just drill it over and over and over and over again. I wish, like, if there's one thing I wished in pharmacy school is that I wasn't so cheap about buying resources like Pharmacy Charts, man. Because even though that's $200, that's better than buying like any facts and comparison. Well, you probably don't need to buy facts and comparisons. I used to have to, and that sucked. It killed so many trees. Like things like facts and comparisons and like any other pharmacy textbook, man. Like I feel like it's such a better resource than something like that, man. So cool, guys. What else, man? What else? All right, this is the 34 mark. We got 9 people in here. Final likes, man, before I sign off today. And guys, I do want to share something with y'all because if you guys are still here, hold on for a second. Pharmacy Bureau. So I checked the Pharmacy Bureau of Labor statistics, and I thought it was very, very interesting, right? So the 2018 came out, $126,000 per year, $60 an hour is the median pay, and OJT. And I want you to look at something. Number of jobs in 2018, 315,000. Okay. Job outlook, 0 to little no change. And in fact, the employment change from 2018 to 2028 is negative 100. I don't know if that's a negative 100 jobs or whatever, but let's kind of take a look at this, because I was going to do a separate video on this, but I think it's really, really important, guys, if you want to be a pharmacist or anything like that. So this and cool fact, by the way, I found out like jobs like being a consultant, since there's such high turnover rate, they are always in demand. But yes, this is a great site just to kind of see like the status of pharmacy, what you need to do, the medium pay of most pharmacists. All right, this is interesting. The number of pharmacy schools has grown in recent years, creating more pharmacy school graduates. Therefore, more competition for jobs. Students who choose to complete a residency program gain additional experience that may improve job prospects. Certifications from Board of Pharmacy Specialties or as a certified diabetes educator may be viewed favorably by employers, right? So it's not looking too hot, bro. Like really, it's really not looking too hot. Anybody that says that I'm an asshole for recommending pharmacists, like, let's look at the data, bro. Like, this isn't looking too hot, you know, and it's only going to get worse and worse. So we'll see, man. You know, if you're in pharmacy school, just do your best. Like, there's nothing you can do. I mean, like, you already invested the money into tuition, right? So what I would say is just like start making your connections right now. Start mapping out where you want to be, and think more outside of just retail pharmacy, because I would recommend you guys to think a little bit more futuristically and think about where you want to be within the next 4 years in pharmacy. What will still be here? Are there opportunities for retail pharmacy going up or down? Well, in the next 10 years, I guarantee you, like, there's going to be less and less community pharmacies out there. There's going to be more mail order pharmacies. There'll be more need for pharmacy informatics. And pharmacogenetics is going to be huge, right? Fuck, I can't speak today. Holy fuck. But you get the point I'm making, right? I think that is going to be huge, right? What do you think those stats mean for future farms? Less jobs, less pay? I mean, like, here's the thing. By the way, hit this like button if you like me talking about this pharmacy stuff. But I would say, like, yes, less pay, man. Less jobs, and like the demand for jobs, like, it's going to saturate the market and there's going to be less pay, right? Lower average median pay, because you know what? Just because, like, you got new grads who have tons of debt and they need to pay off that debt and they need a job. So they'll work for less and less and less, and it's going to affect the market, right? I wish I had more factual type of stuff to like base this. This is all like prediction, by the way. I don't know, right? No one knows the future, but unless we find ways to provide additional services or additional things, like, I think pharmacy is kind of screwed. And that's why I like things like pharmacy consulting that Blair kind of promotes. I think that is a great strategy. It's one, I'm not saying it's the way, but it's a great way for a lot of people in retail pharmacy to kind of transition out and provide a service that is needed in the marketplace. We have to find ways to kind of create our own jobs, right? Because at this rate, if we keep on doing what we're doing, nothing's ever going to change. And I think it's pretty apparent that, you know, there's just not as much growth as everybody was talking about in 2006, man. So yeah. Okay, cool. I think that's it, man. I'm getting really tired. I think that is all I have in me right now. Yeah. Like, dude, when you spend so much time talking to people every single day, your voice gets tired and things just get really, I don't know, I'm getting old too. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure, if you're catching this on the replay, make sure to like this video And I will talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye. Meet me here at the London. What the hell? Oh man. Is there any more comments?